Hello all, welcome back for week 6. So we have already come into the second section of this subject on ACW180. So before we actually move into the week 6, which is the chapter 6 of this week, of course, usually I'll just do a recap, and over here is the recap. So far, we learned how system software, right over here is system software and application software. Okay, we have learned there is two types of software. One is the system software, one is application software. Helps users operate computers and perform tasks, right? In a very brief recap, all right, it actually helps the user operates computer. Just watch here. Of course, it applies for both, but in a general or brief idea, the system software helps the user to operate the computer or the hardware. And it helps user to perform tasks. Alright, this is the very brief I'll say recap. Alright, now we come down over here, which is today's what we're gonna talk about. So what happened is today's business, all right, they just don't use the ready-made software, all right. Some, yes, they use the ready-made software. However, if it's a big company, usually they will customize their own software. They would create their own system to actually perform whatever task that they want. All right, basically they will create the application that relevant to their needs. All right, because different business will have different nature, different transactions or different processes that they need to capture in their day-to-day transactions, right? So basically, all right, basically they will create or they will create or customize their software, all right, or create their own solution, all right, create their own solutions means the software, all right, the software, all right, or they will customize the software, as you can see over here. All right, in business, right, we are talking about business, not in terms of other things like gaming or other purpose of software, right? In business, right, especially in accounting, usually when we want to build solutions, there are two critical things. All right, there are two critical things for us to put into consideration. All right, when we want to build custom solution. All right, first one is the where is it? Let me see. First one is this one over here, right? The database itself. All right, the database itself. This is number one. All right, the databases. All right, the database itself, and of course, number two is the development tools. All right, over here, the number two is the development tools. All right, this is to the database is to manage the data. All right, that's obvious, and the development tools is to create or customize the database. All right, and the apps. All right, these are basically they are interrelated. All right, we need the development tools to customize or create these solutions. Somehow they are in relation. That I hope it's this is the brief introduction. All right, we actually continue from last week where we talk about software, different classification of software, the system application, the system software. We got application software, and this week we look into the solutions. All right, we are looking into the chapter called building solutions. All right, which is when in business. All right, sometimes when most of the time, right, in big business, when the existing application software does not fulfill their requirement, what they have to do is they have to build their own solutions. All right, it is as simple as that. And to build their own solutions, they need to come across two things. One is the databases. All right, they need to know how to manage the database, or what is database. All right, and then of course they need to have the development tools. All right, so this chapter will focus on these two main point. All right, two main points. All right, let me just stop this and create another.